Hey guys, Chaos Master here, back for more Trails of Cold Steel. Continuing we lost left off after we fought that shadow creature thing. Loa Erebonius, yes. And then Instructor Sarah pretty much told it, was trying to make a joke, so here we are.
You bet we do.
Alright, let's head back to the dorms, take a quick shower, then go...
Oops.
What?
The door!
Huh? Where'd that red jewel go? I don't know. It seems to have vanished. What?
Whoa.
Surprise! Yep, we got mechs in this game. There are indeed mechs in this franchise, and I think that's awesome. I never get tired of seeing this, honestly.
Wow, top marks! I'm so proud of you. I've got a little reward here for you.
I got the valedictorian trophy.
Keep up the good work. Perfect! You guys are the best!
I guess that's because I got the score, the max score, right? So it is. Yeah. Get it if you get it. All you need to do is get to like 430 AP, and then that's how you can get the valedictorian trophy. So since I reached the maximum, that's how I got that trophy. Okay. I feel like it was a good idea for me not to do turbo mode solely for the potential lag or like the frame rate dropping. I feel like that would happen. Alright, now I can definitely use turbo mode. Good, good. This shouldn't feel any different than our rehearsals. The only real difference is that all of that space out there will be filled with a crowd of people. But that's the worst part. Oh, no, no, no. You're not getting out of this now. A girl's gotta be brave. Hoorah! Time to get out there and knock those boys dead with a sexy wink. Eustace, Marcus, how are you guys feeling? I'm fine. About everything except this pairing. Well, at least we agree on something. If we've got the energy to bicker, we've got the energy to do this show. Looking at us now, you'd never guess at the ordeal we went through last night. You're telling me. That great night in the depths of the old schoolhouse was enormous. It looks like it has proper joints, so I doubt it's just a statue. I'll bet it can move, just like those archaisms the terrorists are using. An astute assessment. The question then is who left it there and for what purpose? It must have been down there for hundreds of years at the very least. In fact, the latest it could have been placed there is the Dark Ages. Yes, that's true. It certainly isn't something that could be created with the level of technology we have today. But is it really okay to leave it with the instructors? I mean, what else could we do? I feel like we should be, I don't know, investigating it or something. I agree with you, but we got a festival to do. Well, we didn't really have another option. We have enough on our plate with this concert as is. Exactly. Yeah. My mother and grandfather should be coming later today, so we could always ask them to take a look. Well, for now, you just stay focused on the concert. Your family should be here pretty soon, right? Oh, is it that late already? Yeah, I guess it is almost time for my dad to show up. I guess I better go out to meet my brother. I suppose I should excuse myself as well. Okay, see you all before the main event. Alright, give my best to your families. Okay, I guess it's time to head down to the horse races and see who's looking to place a friendly wager or three. Today's visitors seem even more well off than yesterday's, so I should be able to get to net myself a little spending cash. Come on, Fee. Missy panics calling our names. I won't let you beat my top score. You're on. Later, Rean. Emma. Alright, I'll catch you later. Don't go causing too much trouble for the other classes, you hear? And Crow, at least try to keep the gambling in moderation, okay? Ah, moderation. Such a familiar sounding word. This motherfucker, dude. Crow's the best. He's the best. And be sure not to fill up on sweets. I don't want you to make yourself sick before the concert. Yeah. Aye, aye, ma'am. Your little sister should be here soon, right? Or 2, right? Yeah, whatever. Yeah, I told her I'd meet her by the front gate around 10. She said she might run a little late, though, so I think I have some time. She really seemed to be looking forward to her visit. I'm sure she'll enjoy seeing the festival with you. If I can make it through the morning without her nitpicking me, it'll be a minor miracle. Are you going to check in with the literature club? I am. I'd feel bad leaving everything to Dorothy. I think I'll walk around the campus with Celine too, though. Oh, gotcha. Aren't you going to ask about Celine and me? Not to mention everything that happened last night? Well, like Makia said, we have enough on our plate with this concert right now. I just want to spend the morning taking in the festival with Elise, and then be ready to go for our concert this afternoon. Rean. See, this is where it makes sense with choosing Emma for getting the costumes, you know, because it adds more of the mystery. Or getting the outfits, not costumes. And then choosing to hang out with her, like, for the fortune telling, you know, with the whole relationship draw, you know, fortune, you know, it makes sense. Like, this adds to that moment, and it adds to when Emma falls more in love with Rean. And I personally just hate that it feels so like one-sided, you know, like in terms of connection. Like, Elisa and Rean have moments of connection, like we've seen that multiple times. Laura and Rean have their connection too, like in the way of the sword, and you know, they spend time together and everything, and when you hang out with Laura, you see Laura grow as a person. Like, you know, she took up a sword, so she never learned to cook, she never tried, but then she actually tries, you know, she adapts to things and she grows as a character, as a person. But Emma, it's like, even Fee has some moments in this game when we see her grow. Like, it's true. Like, she went from not wanting to hang out with anyone to constantly making jokes and just bullying Rean and everything, you know? And she feels wanted, you know? She feels like she has she feels like that, like Class VII are her family members, you know? But Emma is like, Emma just has this one-sided crush and attachment to everyone. I mean, well, not one-sided in terms of everyone else. And Rean does care for her, but it's like, romantically, the most is that he's touched that she trusts him enough to reveal her secret, and not to anyone else. You know, that's it. I just feel like they could do more. Now, don't get me wrong, V being a romance option in this game is honestly weird, but it gets better but it makes sense the more, like, when you go through the other games. Seeing Fee's character growth from 1 through 4, it honestly makes her a good option for a romance choice because of her growth. But Emma doesn't have that, and like the other girls do, but Emma really doesn't, other than, you know, we are learning about her past. Sure, that's her opening up and everything, but it's like it doesn't have, you know, there's like no mystery to it, you know? It doesn't mean like, you know, we want to know that much. But granted, we do, of course. I don't know. I just feel like in terms of like a romance option, Emma got the short end of the stick. And it makes you wonder why she even is a romance option at that point, you know? But don't get me wrong. And again, don't get me wrong. I like Emma a lot. I like her as a character. And honestly, I would definitely pick her as a romance option for myself if I could, obviously. Like, you know, outside this game. But if you look at it from like the from a gamer's point, it's like, what does Emma offer other than making some fascinating points in the game for the plot? The others don't do that, but they are more relatable. Like, they're more likable, and I just think that's sad for Emma. But anyway, I've been going on too long. It's just my gripe with Emma, with what they did for Emma, and I feel like they could do more for romance. It gets better, like I said, for Emma. It really does. But by then, it's like to me at least. But anyway, enough of that. Let's keep going. Besides, it's not like you and Celine know everything there is to know about the old schoolhouse either, right? I caught a couple times last night when you seemed like you were as surprised as the rest of us. You noticed that, huh? You're right, though. There's still plenty about that building that we don't know either. And as for that armor sleeping in its depths, I only know a few ancient legends regarding it. I see. Still, would you be willing to share what you know with us after the festival's over? I would. I'm afraid I won't be able to share everything, but I'll be able to tell you a fair amount. That's good enough for me. I'm glad you're here with us, Emma. Let's give the crowd a real show to remember this afternoon. Of course! Now, do we have any chance to talk with anyone, or we just go straight to, like, hang out with Elise, and then that's it? Alright, Elise said she'd be coming in around 10. I've still got a little while before she shows up, so I guess I'll wander around the festival for a while. Oh. George said he was going to stay down in the old schoolhouse studying our find from last night. Maybe I should take him something to eat. He seemed so excited he probably forgot to take any food. I'm thinking something sweet. A pie, maybe? I'll just have to hope I can make a good guess at what he'd like. I mean, you could ask Toa. I mean, we could. Alright, let's see what we gotta do here. Yes, we gotta go talk to Becky first and foremost. That was the first time Hugo ever set up a food stall, apparently. I cannot believe he managed to rake in the same amount of dough as me, the stall master. I guess his economic theory stuff's pretty solid, too. I get that much now, at least. Alright, that should update her character profile. Oh yeah, wait. When did I... Oh, okay. Phew. Whew, okay, I still have some time for those. Yeah, so that maxed that one out. I still miss... No, hold on. Who am I missing? It's Highbell, right? Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, it was. Son of a bitch. Well. Oh well, it's fine. I do intend to go back into the game anyway. I'll just carry over everything and just keep on trying to bother Highbell in every single chapter off camera. At least I got everything else I wanted, that's for sure. I don't remember if you get a trophy for completing all of the shit. Hold on, actually now I gotta look it up. I don't remember if you get a trophy for completing the monsters list. Oh my gosh. Hold on. Oh yeah, there is. Okay, so I probably need to double check on that info again for the monsters. And that's fine, I can still do that on my own time. Like I said. Okay, so next up... Alright, we need to go talk to Lambert. In this corner, we teach those without experience the basics of horse riding. How about you? Just in learning. And that should give us... No, what the fuck? Oh, no, wait. Pfft. Wrong day. My bads. Alright, now what we're gonna do, actually, is we're gonna go talk to everyone. Fairest, most wonderful of sisters, the time has finally come. Cast your fears and worries aside, as your beloved beatific brother is now here. Now come, dive into my warm embrace. My strong arms will free you from the stranglehold of nervousness. Put your arms down, you buffoon. Do you really believe that I, fairest Florald, would succumb to mere nerves? You, listen and listen well. Class 7 does not stand a ghost of a chance against us today. She's just a bag of nerves. Have faith. Your clumsy, faltering feet have brought you this far. Son of a bitch, man. There was no need to repeat the clumsy comment. Master Vincent cannot contain his excitement for Lady Ferris's operetta. His enthusiasm is infectious. For my part, I will be praying that her class puts on a successful and satisfying performance. Perhaps we arrived too early. They aren't even letting people in yet. Too early? Don't be ridiculous. We're going to be the first ones in and get the very best seats. And once we're there, we can eliminate all the men who would dare to gaze at Lady Laura with their lecherous eyes. Indeed, we must protect Lady Laura at all costs. Oh my gosh. See if I can make it happen. It's finished. How about you go meet them? You're like, also, have you heard anything from Angelica by any chance? Well, she hasn't gotten in touch, so I don't know if she'll make it. I see. Sorry. That's not the kind of thing. Yeah, blah blah. Says to come along too. Yada yada. Oh, Schwarzer, I hear tell that you all had a part in the curious events last night. Just to be sure, none of your classmates were harmed in the process, were they? Nope, we all came out just fine. Managed to get some rest in too, so we're all ready to go today. But I never expected to hear that question from you. What makes you ask? Duh, he wants to win fair and square. I just don't want you making excuses after your inevitable defeat. Exactly. That said, you're certainly a reckless bunch, aren't you? Spending the night before your concert tackling monsters the likes of which you've never seen seems rather foolish. Worrying about your friends in Class 7 again. Your kindness never fails to touch my heart, Master Patrick. That's not the point of this inquiry. It's meant to be mockery. Regardless, our preparations are on the verge of flawless. Be prepared to be amazed. I will. Best of luck. I don't need your luck. Eagerly, yep. Yep. Alright, now we go to the engineering building. Yo, Rean, it's been a while. Hey, Torvald, did you come all the way just for the all this way just for the festival? Of course not. I wish, but sadly I'm mostly here for work. Tagged along with Viscount Arcade, actually. What would he be doing here? I can't speak for the Viscount, but Torvald and I came to swap info. Tensions are on the rise in Crossbell, and the forecast doesn't look pretty. Doesn't look pretty. That's why we need to keep as up to date as possible about what's going on. That makes sense. Hold on. Did you say swap info with who? Toby, long time no see. And here he comes now. Hey. But how many damn times have I told you to see me first if you're ever in Trista? You're never going to be a productive member of society if you can't take some friendly advice, Toby. How many times do I have to tell you to stop calling me Toby? Enough with the life advice. You're not my dad. You're just old enough to be. I wouldn't have expected the two of you to be acquainted. Once upon a time, I took care of this little runt. You could say that since then, the two of us have been stuck like glue. Yeah, you took care of me. That's one sure way to put it. Especially if you ignore the fact that you used me and turned my life into a freaking bestseller. Ooh, I read that one actually. Your youth must have been quite the roller coaster, but at least it made for some good reading. By the way, who was that sister in it? She was really larger than life. Half the book was stuff this old geezer exaggerated or made up. Okay, sure, I might have bent the truth a little bit in the part where I died. I guess they've known each other for a long time now. As much as I hate to break up the good times, instructors Sarah and Tolval said that they were hoping for information. Does that make you their source? I guess you could say that, though I prefer the term information broker. It's really more of a hobby than anything. Running the pawn shop's my main gig. A hobby, says the man holding some of the most dangerous info money can buy. On that note, are we going to spend all day flapping our gums, or are we going to get down to business? Fine, simmer down, young lady. Things must be pretty dire in Crossbell about now. I should go. I get the feeling that I'm not meant to hear what they're to be discussing. Alright, that reminds me. Are you doing... Yep. You worried? Yep. I got a lot of rest. That's good, but you can see why I'd be concerned after you tell me you fought some sort of nightmare shadow beast. Okay, now you've got my attention. What's all this about? Oh yeah, something went down here last night, didn't it? It certainly had all of you running, but I never found out what happened. Where do I even start? Anyway, Rean, don't you worry about the trouble outside of the academy for now. The only thing that should be on your mind is the concert this afternoon, because I'm really excited to see it too. You mean it? Okay, we won't let you down. Emil, you can't be serious. Him? Whoa, slow down, old man. Are you sure this info's legit? That's just how I thought you'd react. Hate to say it, but it's true. Once that word's out, it's gonna spread like wildfire too. Can't believe this. Not after everything he's done for us. Damn it, we need to talk to Mitchell right now. Oh, wait. I think I know what they're talking about. I think I know. Because mind you, this is like in the middle of sometime past Trails to Abyss. Trails of Azure, whatever. Yeah, Trails of Azure. That's what it is. Yeah. So, all things considered, whatever crazy shit's going down there right now, like a potential traitor, then, or something like that, then guess what? Bada boom. That pretty much just dropped the bombshell there, that there is something going on in the form of a traitor. Come on to Class 4's Eastern Tea House. How about it? You can even get your fortune told. It's totally reliable, too. Alright, Laura time. It's been some time, Rean. It really has, Viscount Arcade. Good to see you. I see you brought Klaus with you. I wouldn't miss Lady Laura's concert even if all of my bones were broken and I had to drag myself to this academy. Hot damn, man. I understand Klaus's appearance, but you have more important matters to attend to than a school concert, Father. I'm glad to see you're both mated, but it would be a lie to say I'm not worried. She has a point. Was it okay for you to leave the Courageous? Your fears are misplaced. The situation abroad may be somewhat shaky, but the Courageous isn't a military vessel. While I and the crew think it's regrettable we've reached this point, it's not our place to intervene. We intend to escort Prince Oliver to the peace talks, nothing more, nothing less. I see. So that's what's going on in Crossbell. However, our duty does not change the fact that we are here for a brief respite. My lord, please purge all thoughts of political machinations from your mind and enjoy yourself while you're here. My thoughts exactly. In fact, I'd like to take this opportunity to finally explore your academy. Would you mind guiding us around, Laura? If you so desire. Have a good time, you three. My father seems as busy as ever, but I'm glad to see he's doing well. Show him around. Yep. I must say, Rean, you have a certain look about you today. It's the look of a man who's overcome a great burden. It's incredible that you can read all that from my face alone. Last night saw Class 7 pitted against something none of us could have ever imagined. But we didn't let that stop us. We combined our strengths and ultimately managed to take it down. Well, that would certainly explain my daughter's jovial expression today. That, or perhaps your upcoming performance. If your class coordinates well enough to topple challenges like that, I can hardly imagine what you do with the concert. True! We won't let you down. Like, you gotta admit, like, they can handle monsters. They can handle something like that Shadow Beast. But then it's like, you know, how could they mess up, you know, doing the concert? Like, don't get me wrong, people could still mess up like that. It's just, it would raise a lot of questions. Oh wait, I thought Milliam said they'd be here. What the hell? No matter how much I try, I can't beat the target score. If I ever meet whoever came up with these crazy movement patterns, they're gonna regret giving me a giant hammer. I know it's supposed to be a gag, but it just reminds me of the POW hammer from Tales of... Tales of Great... Or just Tales of in general. Because POW hammer is like a staple in the Tales of franchise. I understand that the hammer is supposed to be... isn't supposed to reference that, like, at all. But... And because there are actual hammers like that, but which is what makes a POW hammer so funny, in my opinion. But it's just, you know, it's just that. You know what I mean? Host, okay. Apologies. Oh wait, Emma's up there? Oh, she's probably in the roof. No, she's not on the rooftop. Where the fuck was she? I didn't see her. In the courtyard. Did I miss her? Where the fuck was she? Yeah, where the fuck was Emma? What the what? Huh? Oh, what the fuck? I didn't even see her. What the fuck? It looks like Celine's taking an interest in the festival too, so I've been showing her around a little. It's a nice feeling, knowing we can relax and enjoy ourselves like this after last night's deal. Couldn't agree more. She looks genuinely relieved. Heard. Still playing mysteries. Yep. Yeah, that threw me off. Like, I don't know what the fuck, how the fuck I missed her, but I did. Oh boy. Huh. Stop yawning, damn it. Still, I hear young Marcus's grades place him comfortably at the top of his class. You must be incredibly proud. I'm certainly pleased from an academic perspective, but I'm amazed that uses his balance of academics and athleticism. And despite his many achievements, he always looks so calm and composed. He clearly took after you in that regard. Well, I can't say I saw this coming. I've heard that the two of them will be singing together during Class 7's concert. What would you say to singing together during the performance? It only seems fitting, after all. You can't be serious. What a marvelous idea. I'd be happy to. I can only hope that my son doesn't bring your brother in any embarrassment on the stage. Dad! They're from opposite factions, but I guess their duties here would have them interacting quite a bit. Actually seems like they're pretty good friends, too. Wait for your class performance. Yeah, right? Silly roll. Unless I could show my niece. Sir, Machias, myself, and the entirety of Class 7 are doing everything we can to make this concert to remember. We hope you enjoy it. That's good to hear. I'm sure I'm sure I will. Good luck up there. Yeah. It's been, what, a month since we last met? I hear that things took a turn for the unpleasant after my departure from Ruhr, however. Well, oh, come now. You don't need to hold it back around me. In this place, I'm not about an academy director. And by extension, one of the many people praying for this festival's success. That much I can guarantee you. I never have a shred of doubt about that. I hope you enjoy our performance. Every last one of us is working hard to make it something special. Even Eustace, though he might tell you otherwise. I expected as much. What a headache. I wouldn't have imagined those two got along so well. Are they seriously planning on going around the festival together? Come on, guys. I don't think that's so bad. It's nice to see two important figures from opposite factions getting along. You two should try it sometime. Absolutely not. I should have been. I'm pretty sure they both said that. They had to have. It's because I couldn't read anything else. Take a lick. He was so excited to eat a pretty maid's cooking that he gorged himself until he was sick. He's lying down now. They say I told him so, but... Anton! Don't talk to me. Anton, I swear. I can't remember if I mentioned in Trails from Zero, but I don't know if Anton is like a staple character in a way. Like, he makes appearances in all the other games. Like, I know, like, we know he appears in Trails from Zero. We know that. And he appears in Trails of Cold in this game. I know he appears in Trails of Cold Steel 2. I don't recall if we do run into him again in Cold Steel 3 and 4 and Reverie. I don't know about any other games past Reverie, whether he's there, and I most certainly don't know about whether he's there in Trails in the Sky trilogy. Alright, here we go. So everything's okay back at the company then? I'm surprised you managed to find the time to make it over here. Especially with everything that's happening in Crossbell. As I told you before, time is something you make, not something you find. And as a member of the board of directors, the Academy Festival is exactly what I needed to make time for. How else would I be able to see how the Academy is being run? My, what impressive time management. I can only hope your logical wizardry helps you put the pieces of my company back together. Is that supposed to be a jab at my new self-supporting accounting system? You may not have noticed, but times have changed. Increasing efficiency is the only way a corporation can remain successful. Your policies might have worked when you were chairman, but they do nothing but hurt the company if enacted today. Funny how all that efficiency makes communication and cooperation between divisions so much harder. That's just what happens when a corporation develops and grows. A problem, perhaps, but a necessary one. Bah. Humph. Will you two just drop it? You haven't seen each other in 5 years, and the first thing you do is start arguing? I, for one, am overjoyed to see how well these two still get along. Well? What do you mean, well? Are we talking about the same people? I think this might actually be how they get along. True. Especially after that kid with the bandana told me about the sexy outfit the girls will be wearing. Son of a bitch, Crow. Should be a good chance to see how my little granddaughter has been filling out. Bruh. So, Rean, who's the gal to keep my eye on? My gut's saying it's Emma. Glare. Perhaps this isn't the best time to be having this conversation. Oh yes, your class is planning on some sort of performance, correct? It will play into our discussions as to how to deal with Class 7 next year. Stay focused on that, not on global events you have no influence over. But we can. Seems like even she's concerned. Yep, she just won't mention it. And guiding... And since they last saw each other. As such, I believe that it is only appropriate to allow them to enjoy themselves here. Yep, shit. I'd hoped they were going to behave since they haven't seen each other in so long, but how wrong I was. They look like they're getting along pretty well to me, though. Being able to argue like that is part of being a family, I think. Really? Well, I suppose it's better to argue than not to talk to each other at all. Yeah, as long as the argument don't go, you know, over the top. Alright, obviously we don't need to talk with everyone, but I want to, damn it. Look at them both, taking it all in. Especially Toma. Toma, this is the first time he set foot outside of the Highlands after all. You can almost see his eyes sparkling. I'm glad he's having a great time. Same here. My decision to come to Thors means that now Toma's been able to see another part of the world for himself. Who knows? Perhaps this is the way the winds and the goddess wanted it to be. Rean, it's good to see you again. Sorry to bother you out of the blue. Glad to see you two could make it all the way out here. But I heard you two ran into trouble on the way here. What happened? Well, we stayed the night at my house in Heimdall yesterday, you see. Then Doma here thought it would be a great idea to get lost while exploring the city. It wasn't my fault. How was I supposed to know it would be so big, or be so full of people? Don't worry, I had just the same reaction when I first visited. At least they found you safe and sound. How are things back in Nord? Over here, it's hard not to feel the tension at the Crossbelt border, but I'm curious if it's the same there. To be honest, it hasn't really had any effect on Nord. Should things take a turn for the worse, Zendergate is ready to act. Lieutenant General Vander seems to have a handle on the situation, though. He also got us permission to go through really quickly. Sounds like we have a lot to thank him for. Indeed. I hope I'll have the chance to do so personally at some point. But that's enough of this serious talk. Have a good time, both of you. Will do. Yeah! She's very skillful. Hey Charles, is carving these statues some sort of custom for the girls of the Empire? I'm going to say no. This is what they call an art club. It's a place where people with a passion for the arts gather and improve their skills. Aha, so that explains why she's so good. In the Empire. I'll have to be sure to thank guys for inviting me. Look all you want. I respect those who understand art. That's all there is to it. Is there anyone here? Okay. Put Tommy's on. Okay. Never mind then. Nobody here. Oh boy. Elliot, my sweet boy. Why do you shrink from your father's loving embrace? Because it's embarrassing. Fiona, a little help, please. This is the first time we've been together in so long. It wouldn't be right for me to intrude on your bonding time. Unless, however, Dad gets too carried away. In which case, he should expect a severe scolding later. Gulp. Craig the Red, the Lieutenant General, a Lieutenant General who's fought in war, who's fought a lot, who's fought enemies, probably fought in a war or two, maybe, and even helped deal with terrorists, a terrorist attack, is scared to get lectured by his daughter. That's hilarious. You resemble your mother more with each passing day, Fiona. Looks like Fiona rules the roost here. Oh, Rean. How nice to see you, Rean. It's been too long. Agreed. Thank you for coming, Lieutenant General. I know you're incredibly busy. Think nothing of it. Nothing in the world could keep me from seeing my beloved son take the stage by storm. Admittedly, this does make things more difficult for Nightheart. He's at Corellia Fortress right now, right? That he is. I left him in charge of maintaining contact with the other armored divisions. If our circumstances weren't quite precarious, I would have allowed him to remain here to attend the festival. But I bet anything he'll be a commander someday, so I figured he might as well get some good experience in. I suppose so. Things must be really tense over at Crossbell. Still no sympathy for your subordinates, I see. Dad's mercilessness aside, best of luck on your performance, Elliot. Try to put on a show that will leave even this stubborn old man flabbergasted. Old man? I'll definitely try. Besides, I gotta prove that I've come a long way since I first entered the academy. And the rest of us will be there to help you do so. I know I don't deserve to see Ellie's performance today. It was I who denied him his chance to pursue his dream. Well, what sort of father would I be if I wasn't here to celebrate my dear son's moment in the spotlight? Goddess, I entreat you, please proffer your guidance upon this lost lamp. Bruh. So imagine what practice, Elliot. Yep. That's certainly been our experience, but without him, yep. Not to worry, musical performance is less about the skill, yada yada yada. I know I chose this, but holy shit, this is long. The overfaction itself, yep. Okay. We got that, we got that. To the rooftop. Here, I was wondering where Fee and William are. Oh, this is some great pie, isn't it? It really is. It reminds me of the pies your mom used to bake for us. It really does. Nobody in town made better pies. Maybe I'll get to spend the whole day right by Alan's side. Aww. I finally asked her. I'm so happy right now. I've been dreaming about being able to talk to her like this for so long. Aww. I like these two. Like, you don't see them interact that much, but it's nice. It's really, really nice. The rooftop's the best, but now I want a nap. I don't think I know anyone who loves anything as much as you. I know who loves anything as much as you love naps. This might be my last chance for a good rooftop nap, too. Even she's concerned about what's happening in Crossbow. Oh, here you are. Are you two already done looking at the attractions? Not a chance. We're just taking an itsy-bitsy little break. We're locked in a death match, and the upper hand is mine. You're not taking me down that easy. Easy. I've turned the tables before, and I will turn the tables again. I don't know if I've ever seen you get you this serious, William. I'm gonna win and tell Lecter all about it later. I bragged to him sooner, but he couldn't end up making it to the festival. That captain from the intelligence division? Yeah, he went out to Crossbow this morning, and once again, William casually reveals military secrets to everyone within earshot. What could have happened that they needed him in Crossbow so quickly? Things must be really bad over there. Nah, he's just going over there to fish. That scene where he's actually... If you have not watched my Trails from Zero Let's Play, please do, because you'll get that joke. I still can't believe he fished in that area. That is fucking hilarious. And that he actually caught a fish. That's seriously hilarious. Alright, now we go to the old schoolhouse. Oh yeah, I need to make a save here. Yeah, I need to save it on this part here. I'm not ending this yet. Not yet. But it's important because there's an event that's going to happen. And I am going to need to reload the save. Isn't George on the 7th floor? I still got a while before these. Maybe I should take him something to eat. Wait, I forgot to actually buy him some. Whoops. Yep.
Hey there, guys. Oh, what's up, Rean?
I see curiosity got the better of you too, eh?
No helping that, I guess. I wondered if maybe you'd found out anything about it. Oh, I brought you a little something to eat, too.
Whoa, thanks. I was just thinking I could use a little sugary pick-me-up to get my brain back on track. Oh, this is one tasty-looking apple pie. Oh, thanks. I'm feeling all fired up now.
He's eating the apple pie like a big old fucking cookie. That's hilarious.
Can't say I blame you, though.
Yeah, it's really amazing. Whatever it is. So, what do we know so far?
I'm glad you asked. The deeper I look into it, the more fascinating it seems. It's not just a statue or anything like that. You can see those joints. This thing's clearly capable of movement. And on top of that, it's made of, well, something I can hardly even begin to describe.
Some unknown metal, then.
It's definitely not iron. And it's not one of those recently discovered special alloys either. It's some kind of fiendishly strong material that has properties of both metals and ceramics. If you knew how to manufacture it, you'd rake in so much money it'd make your head spin.
Wow. You think there's a possibility that it might be an ancient artifact?
You mean like something from the era before the Septian calendar?
I can't rule out the possibility, but in this case, my gut's telling me no. Artifacts are like black boxes. Not only do we not know what they're made from, we don't even know how they were made. This thing at least shows signs it was put together by some exceptionally skilled craftsmen and engineers. You can see it most clearly in the ornamental detailing and the joints.
Oh, I see what you're talking about.
Still, that basically sums up everything I do know. I've got no idea when it was made or who could even have built it. It'd help if we could at least figure out something about whoever piloted it, but no such luck there.
Piloted?
You telling me someone's actually supposed to crawl inside this thing?
The measurements I've taken seem to indicate a hollow area in the chest. It's just the right size to accommodate a single person. If I could just find some way to get it open.
Man, it's hard to imagine that some crazy person used to strap themselves inside this thing and run around. Jellica would be happier than a pig in a mud hole if she could see this.
True.
No doubt about that. It's not looking like she'll be able to make it to the festival, though.
It's sad things ended up the way they did.
Hey, don't you guys go getting all still morning.
Oh, shit.
I bet she'll just turn up out of nowhere this afternoon like nothing even happened. And then she'll waltz right into the after party and round up all the hottest babes for herself. Again.
Still sore, are we?
It feels like so long ago now. To think that was just last year. You're right, though. It's hard to imagine her just staying put when she knows there's a party going on.
True.
I mean, I'm not trying to get my hopes up too much, but this is Angie we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
You got that right. But hey, the festival's in full swing. We should be seeing the sights, not poking around down here. What do you say the three of us cruise the campus and see if we can score some honeys?
No can do. My sister should be showing up soon, and I promised I'd show her around. Anyway, I'll catch you guys later.
Alright, have fun. I think I'll pass on the honey hunting, but I guess it's a good time to pack it in for today. I don't want to miss your concert later. Looking forward to seeing what you've been practicing all this time.
Well, I hope we don't disappoint.
Oh crud, I actually forgot to change my my controller for the batteries. But what I'm gonna do here, just to be sure, I'm gonna see. Oh wait, right. It's dangerous to go alone, but I can handle it alone. Almost 10 a.m., which means Elise should be here any minute now. Might be good. Might be good to make my way over to the front gate and wait for her. Yep. Alright, so now I'm gonna go on over. Alright, now what I will do, I am going to save the game and I'm going to end this part here. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this episode, please be sure to like, comment, share, and of course subscribe. All support is greatly appreciated. Next time, we're gonna go talk. We're gonna meet up with Elise and move on with the and probably try to spend some time with her before the concert. So until next time, guys. Laters.